like you and me, are bit by what's happening in worldly fashion. And yes, I said many. First, Scott Hendricks and Hoffman Cooling and Heating. Thanks for helping us with the Weekend Wrap, which is a Monday staple, 9 to noon. They'll help you with a cost-efficient AC unit. Contractors, they'll save you a ton of cash at bundling. And a simple $59 AC performance check might be right up your alley. We love you. They love us. So maybe you love them. HoffmanHeating.net. HoffmanHeating.net. Okay. Weekend wrapping like this. Holy cow. Shelty almost has the baseball team to 500.
It's on the infield and lined out softly to short. This one drilled out to deep right field. He's got muscle. He's got a grand slam.
He got muscle.
I don't know what there is to say about Byron Buxton anymore. You're not supposed to be able to provide elite defense in center field, elite speed around the bases, and have elite power. You're just not supposed to do that, Chris.
Yeah, but he got muscle. Meatloaf the Snakes swept the Rangers and did so on the road and scored 25 runs in 3 road games against the Strangers. And before that, took 2 of 3 from the Redbirds. Derek Shelton et al. Well done. Almost have the bargain basement buying bunch at 500. And in a pari-mutuel puzzler to some, the Minnesota Twins are just 3.5 games out of first place. In their division, 3.5 out of first place. Shelty, though.
Can we give Shelty some covenant claps before the Dodgers come to town?
Covenant claps.
Very deserving covenant claps for Mr. Shelton and the crew.
But before the Dodgers come to town, wait out the weekend wrap, because this version right now, the LA Dodgers, ain't making Dusty Baker, Steve Garvey, and Ron Say blush.
Ooh.
But stand by, we're the bargain basement buying bunch. 3.5 games out of first place. Let's go Shelty. They closed Arizona yesterday with these pitchers and in order. Paredes started the game and gave them a good enough 5 and fly. Then Larson, Morris, Gomez, and Bands. Morris, Gomez, and Bands. What? Who? Why? Incredible. Not exactly Tapani into David West, Bedrock, and Big Train Willis, with Aggie there to save the day if needed. But who cares? Shelty has the team close to 500. What the heck? I mean, they hit the heck out of it, and sometimes not only do they hit the heck out of it, but I mean, when you're winning games and you're going Larson, Morris, Gomez, and Bands, and it's not like they're bad or anything, it's just the majority of people listening right now have no idea who they are, including me. When you're doing that, an acid test for class is required, and it has arrived. The LA Dodgers are in town. Big Blue Wrecking Crew, Fernando Mania, Hideo Nomo, Steve Sachs launching throws from second base into the stands. Dodger Dogs, the rich getting richer gang. In case you missed it, they brought in Kyle Tucker just for fun. They purchased Kyle Tucker this offseason just for fun. Of course they did. And we'll see Ohtani hitting and pitching on Wednesday.
Yep.
Acid tested for class, boys, but consider this.
Heat check.
The last 2 weeks, the Minnesota Twins have hit 10 more home runs than Dodger Blue, and Minnesota's OPS, on-base percentage plus slugging, is very important in MLB. Minnesota's OPS during said span is a gaudy 890, second best in Major League Baseball. Now, that's over 2 weeks. That ain't 2 games. That's 2 weeks. And by the way, that's more than 100 points better than Dodger dogs the last 2 weeks.
Sample size.
So perhaps Steve Garvey, Ron Say, Steve Yeager, and Don Sutton are looking at the Minnesota Twins as an acid test for class.
I always love that one.
Just to see where Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts stand. Dodgers are in town tonight. That's cool. Big Blue Wrecking Crew. Looking forward to that. Hot fun in the summertime coming the next 3 days at Target Field. It is the suddenly surging Minnesota Twins and the Big Blue Wrecking Crew. This guy got traded to the Florida Panthers.
Now a wraparound by Matthews, and they score! Brady Tkachuk knocked it home! Interesting offensive zone. You've got Matthews with the Tkachuk brothers, not Eichel. Matthews wins this puck from Makar behind the net, and he spins to the front of the net.
That's a hell of a highlight right there. Russo Radio was on KFAN yesterday and then went to the tweet machine at Russo Hockey. So Brady Tkachuk traded from Yossi's Ottawa Senators to the Florida Panthers. Or he ended up with the Florida Panthers where he's going to play with his brother Matthew Tkachuk. Russo Radio tweeted, Minnesota Wild made a, quote, huge, end quote, offer for Brady Tkachuk.
Oh my gosh.
But end of the equation, Brady Tkachuk gets to play with his brother Matthew, which is super special. Rich get richer. Guess we didn't need him. All good. We'll have Dylan Larkin by the 4th of July. So take those fireworks, Floridians, and put them in your pens and smoke it. We have brothers Foligno. They are brothers Tkachuk. At least we know we'd win the fights between those four.
I always love that one.
Weekend wrap, Hoffman Cooling and Heating. The Athletics NBA reporter Sam Amick has the T-Wolves sniffing around this guy.
Moran takes the inbound off to Clark, right back to Moran against in, weaves his way to the mid-post, gets to the elbow, now goes back baseline, runs up a difficult floater with a right hand and drops in, and the Grizzlies now lead 127-125. Ja Morant.
Don't kill the messenger. Not sure I'm enthralled if it's all accurate and like there's a significant steam behind it. Not sure I'm enthralled, but would deal with the perceived riz if required. Ja Morant, NBA draft tomorrow?
It is tomorrow.
NBA draft tomorrow. Looking at the mothership right now in the studio, Giannis trade coming before tomorrow's draft. And there's no question mark.
Oh, my God.
Stephen A. Smith making a statement right now. And
It is that time of the year where they can actually, throughout the day today, they will dominate programming just by saying that something is probably going to happen without it actually happening. And people are going to be tuned in all day for that.
Yeah,
So.
this is a declaration.
Yeah.
What do you make of Celtics and Heat being finalists for Giannis? Giannis trade coming before tomorrow's draft. Celtics and Heat finalists for Giannis. And we're happy for both of them. Copyright the weekend wrap. Don't kill the messenger. Oh, we have a U.S. Open champion.
Wyndham Clark puts his ball down. We're a long way from L.A. But the same thing happened there that happened here in New York as Wyndham Clark wins his second U.S. Open.
Wyndham Clark, your U.S. Open champion, went to doing the moonwalk with a massive lead, but his nose hit the wire first, and congratulations, Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, wire to wire, right?
He's a wire-to-wire winner. Congratulations, Corey Cove, on a very, very smart futures bet on Wyndham Clark and the rich get richer. And now, to close, the Hoffman Cooling and Heating Weekend Wraps A topic.
I love my country, yes I do. I was born in the USA, the red, white, and blue.
Robinson fizzing it back, Serginho does, blocked, still in, might be two, is two, or maybe not. The flag comes up for offside.
I think he's going to be onside here, the trail leg of the player at the top.
It is
and as
being
he heads
checked.
that in.
After factual review, the goal scorer was not in offside position.
And the building shakes in Seattle.
Trail leg?
Can you repeat the part of the stuff where you said all about things?
Thank you, HoffmanHeating.net. If you'd like, and by the way, anybody listening right now, business owners, those who are of the high-end marketing variety, and you want to make a play with your boss, if you'd like to sponsor something like the Weekend Wrap and make some money for your company, we have something new around here that excites us, and we will share at some point during the Monday message or the course of the week that will be. Thank you very much, Hoffman Cooling and Heating, and that is the Weekend Wrap for this Monday.
Welcome back to the show.
I'm in. You in?
I'm in.
I'm talking to the audience. I know you're in. I'm in. Everybody listening right now, are you in? Just think about it. Are family dinners being ruined because somebody's like, soccer is so slow and boring and so stupid, I'd rather play Skyrim on my phone, and all the flopping and game stopping because refs cramp up, even though they have the stupid hydration breaks. The whole thing is dumb, and I don't want to talk about it. Are family dinners being ruined by diatribes like that? All right, hardcore, hands off the ball hooligans. Yes. Yes. Paulie come lately even knows Paraguay and Australia ain't great stock. Is that fairly stated, Mr. Nordquist?
That is fairly stated.
And what exactly is an Mbappe? But it's fresh when 2 consecutive games, the United States of America, I mean...
Oh, my God! How could he do that?
It's fresh 2 consecutive games when the United States of America has the world so rattled, it keeps scoring on itself.
I love my country, yes I do. I was born in the USA, the red, white, and blue.
Who needs peace treaties when world adversaries are offering charity with millions to witness?
I always love that one.
Scoring on oneself is so bad for business. The own goal trick can't go over well in a game where the race generally is to 2, and you just gifted them half the required amount to win a bunch of games. We got the world so rattled, it keeps scoring on itself.
I love my country.
But here's the bit. When we're good, we being the United States of America, when we're good, it sends sports snobs like me to researching and reading about the other teams. Hardcores who follow the worldly game will be like, pump the brakes on the ain't no stopping us now vibe.
PA? Well, it probably goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't like you.
Cool wins with many yabbut. Paulie? Joining us now from the Here's the Reality of the World Cup Gazette is Corner Kicking Khan. I had some questions, and good morning.
Good morning.
Mbappe of French descent. How would you describe him and his impact on the World Cup?
I will describe him as somebody that needs to be in the conversation 10 years from now, the way you talk about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Ooh. He's one of 3 to 5 guys on the planet that can just flip a switch and suddenly it's over for you.
Is he ballyhooed?
And it comes in waves. Yeah, he's, 27, 28 now. This is his 3rd cup. Mm-hmm. Wins the World Cup as a youngin'. Ooh. And then they go to the final, and one of the greatest, if you're looking for offense, go watch the 2022 World Cup final. Messi on fire, Mbappe with a hat trick. It was an explosion, and then now this team is highly favored to find its way potentially back to the cup. So as good as it gets on the international stage, Mbappe.
If you are the coach of the French World Cup team, do you find a conundrum? The conundrum would be, what do you like doing more? Playing Mbappe or saying Mbappe?
I always love that one.
I think it's a tie.
There's got to be a Hanson parody out there. Mbappe. Mbappe.
So like I said, I'm a sports snob.
Yeah.
So I never watch soccer. It's just not part of the mix.
It's all good.
But I'm also not the change the game, widen the nets, eliminate the hydration break, cut off a finger for each flop after 4.
Yeah.
I ain't that guy either. I appreciate what they call the beautiful game when it's on the worldly stage. It involves my favorite country, and my favorite country just happens to be good.
Right.
My favorite country just happens to be good, man.
They look nice right now.
I mean, we got people tripping out so badly they're scoring on themselves.
Entertain me.
I mean, that's just crazy right there, both games.
They all count.
Mbappe, so from a sports snob standpoint, at least with yours truly, you see something, you get bit.
Yep.
So then you want to learn more. So I'm like, MBAPPEBIO in the Google machine.
Yeah.
And then you learn
speculation.
You learn my man at age 18. But like, does Mbappe have a first name?
Kylian.
You learn at age 18. Kylian Mbappe signed a $180 million contract. Mbappe! Mbappe! What do you do with $180 million at age 18? You can't even go to Monaco.
Save it and make another $500 million over the next 8 years.
Jeez.
That's what Mbappe is doing.
Mbappe, je m'appelle Paul, nous regardons la télévision. Pourquoi? Les Dupont arrivent dans une heure. Au revoir. All right. Number 2. Any chance the world has come to see Messi and will leave talking about the mess the USA put Argentina in?
I always love that one.
Any chance? I mean, you're the corner-kicking con from the Here's the Reality of the World Cup Gazette.
The way that you would talk about it historically is, in the end, the United States, odds-wise, it's stacked heavily against them as they go farther into the tournament. So,
what are odds makers not watching the games? I mean, any other team forced the world to score on itself twice?
I love my country.
how beautiful is that?
I'm just asking.
There is a reality exists where the United States can find themselves on a run. What people should be looking at as they look at the standings is they should say, okay, who's in Group G? Because Group G, you'll play the winner of that group in the round of 16 if you get through the round of 32. Okay, well, what's Spain up to? You'll find Spain potentially in a quarterfinal. You can start playing this game and look through. I think Argentina would end up being, just to verify, Argentina is Group J. So where's Group J? They're going to win that. They're on the other side of the bracket. So the only time in the knockout that you would see Argentina is indeed at the New York, New Jersey Stadium with the entire cup on the line.
We have controversy.
A lot of things got to go their way, but there should be hope. There should be optimism. Home field advantage matters big time. We're seeing those crowds. You hear in the highlight, the stadium is shaking. You know what Seattle's like, Paul, when the 12s get on you. That's the kind of home field advantage that the Americans are feeling right now.
Well, we got home country advantage.
Home country advantage, absolutely.
We got a problem right now.
There's usually a boost. Teams that host tourneys are generally finding their way on little mini runs and maybe overperforming expectations. Yeah. I say just watch and enjoy and love every game and see where this thing goes.
I'm actually in 4 days this week, so I don't want to ruin it on a Monday.
Okay.
But somebody with whom I work at Canterbury Park, and I know that because of the 292 portion of the phone number equation.
Okay.
With respect, I don't have a name saved. So now we go back to like, all right, so we've texted 3 times. Actually, I've never written back. Sadly, that person's texted me 3 times over a year and a half. You're listening right now, and this comes with respect, okay? Because I don't have your number saved. The first text was a year ago, when the person must have been at Boardwalk next to Canterbury Park, where if you go outside at Boardwalk, it's this restaurant, and we're running a 6 furlong race, and you go up to the fence, you're about 10, 15 feet from the starting gate, so you can like talk to the jockeys. Well, let's put it this way: if Brendan Sorsby knew Boardwalk existed.
I always love that
supplemental draft soon. I'm just going to pull back on that one. So person writes, it's 20 feet from the fence to the gate on the 6 chute. Cool. Then 2 days after Jokegate 2026. Your heart, blah, blah, blah. Keep doing so, okay. But now the controversy. At 9:12, I get a text from a Canterbury Park working brethren whose name I don't have saved in my phone with this World Cup chicanery and this World Cup conversation. All the person wrote was, stop it.
Oh, my gosh.
Stop what? Look here, Benedict Arnold. I love my country, whoever you are.
I love my country.
Why you gotta text me like that in the middle of something fun? Trying to get the con going on a Monday. You kidding me?
The red, white, and blue.
The con's into this, so I'm into it. What's with the stopping? Who are you?
When you were on
Benedict Arnold.
When you were on vocal maintenance, and I absolutely plan on it anytime I get the opportunity to. Soak in this tourney. How beautiful it is from a cultural element. The team's good.
Lots of segments.
The celebration aspect of it.
Yeah, lots of segments. The full-time package handler, Lonnie Anderson, is loving every single segment you're putting out there.
Oh, good.
Pat Micheletti gave you the nickname Miko Nordo. Lonnie's working on a nickname for you that ties into Landon Donovan or Clint Dempsey.
Okay, perfect.
We haven't closed on it yet. And the good news for 9 to noon with all these World Cup segments is my daughter doesn't start graduate school until January.
I always love that one.
So that summer Arvidas, what's an Arvidas? Well, it's Sabonis. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, okay? Now, Benedict Arnold is listening right now and has not written me back. But anyway, you were saying?
Soccer may not move the meter the way that the Core 4 was. And I encountered a
this
lot
USA World Cup team's moving my meter.
It's moving my meter as well. So, to the unknown via Canterbury, scouting the backside of Boardwalk and the ability to potentially influence a race by being 20 feet from the fence.
Texted me, stop it! Stop it! Just stop it now!
It's a month.
What?
Once every 4 years, enjoy this and root for your country. And your country is showing out. They're showing up, and they are showing out on an international stage.
Thank you.
And it is awesome to see what's happening right now.
This would be FISA, Fairness and Soccer Act, or FIWICA, Fairness and World Cup Act.
You could just go FIFA, Fairness and Football Act.
Fairness and Football Act. I've heard of Pulisic. Outside of that,
I always love that one.
and I still don't know who number 20 is. But all I know is we have the world so rattled, it keeps scoring on itself.
I love my country.
How many times am I going to use that line this week?
I love my country.
Came up with it Saturday, liked it, and here we are.
I love my country.
What do you like doing more, saying Mbappe or playing Mbappe? Who's number 20 for us, and why does he get under the skin of so many adversaries, including that tall beef eater for the Australian team who was trying to fight him?
Yeah, he's aggressive, and he's a tremendously talented player. His name's Flo Balogun. Folarin Balogun, but they call him Flo.
Yeah.
And so he was born in New York.
Yeah.
To, I believe it was Nigerian parents. And at a young age, via, I believe his father's job, they go to England. And he was in I think it was the Arsenal system as a kid. So now that's like youth soccer, right? Like my kid's playing in Chaska-Chan.
Yeah.
He's playing in the Arsenal system.
Did he get a $180 million contract at age 18 like Mbappe?
No, a little different. A little lunch pail, had to go to work a little differently. No doubt about that. He's now currently with Monaco, so he's playing in a French league. And
hold on. Stephen A. Smith says Micah Norrie's going to take an L with the Mavs job. They might hire something called Dusty May.
Oh, for real?
Should have been in the weekend wrap. Okay, continue.
And, well, that means then Micah Norrie might be Portland bound, potentially, unless they've made a move.
He might be like,
oh.
I'm just playing.
Well, welcome back, 2026, 27 season, assistant coach Micah Norrie.
Maybe he knows something we don't know, like Finchie's going to throw out his other ACL and he'll get to coach more playoff games.
I always love that one.
Finchie.
Well, as long as there's no Tanya Harding-related incident, then what happens. No, it just there has been a significant increase over the last decade and a half, and probably longer, where countries like the United States, they're all doing it, is they're trying to find the best players with European experience that have some nationality connection to the United States, to Morocco, to these other nations. So you just want the best players that are playing in the best clubs. The cliche in training camp is going to be iron sharpens iron. Well, you want that on your national team. So Balogun debuting, scores 2 goals against Paraguay as a member of the Team USA. I think he's still young, 24, 25. So
wow,
up and coming. And again, this is a tournament where you have the Messis. Love Messi, Mbappe, we know the names. Erling Haaland is another young cat, 25, making his first World Cup stop from Norway. This is where
So he's from Norway and he's on our team? Oh, no, the guy, yeah, right.
Yeah, the guy that looks like Ivan Drago.
Oh, the guy's the bomb.
But he
pulls his hair back in a ponytail and he's all mean.
He's like the nicest kid ever, but he
Sports snob knew he pulled it back in a ponytail. Bit, I'm bit. Are you? Is everybody else? Continue.
He looks like a Bond villain, but he's awesome. The tournament is where young guys who show up, young guys who score big goals. One of these guys, yes, PA, will be, I don't know if it's Balogun, but somebody's going to make $100 million off of this month of games. That's how important it is. Young guys getting this first opportunity, and Balogun's among that young group. And we'll see. He didn't get one, sadly. Australia were so busy scoring on themselves, Balogun didn't get the opportunity that maybe he would have had otherwise. And
scoring on themselves.
How about
seriously?
How about Antonio?
We got the world so rattled right now. I don't even have phone numbers stored in my phone.
How about Antonio Freeman's kid, though?
I know.
That goal that I played.
Yeah.
And again, Antonio,
Let it out. You're stepping on all of my touchdown calls, but you're so excited. I asked you one question about Balogun. Now we're talking about Holland, and we're talking about ponytails and James Bond and 007 and Antonio Freeman, and that's fine because you're excited, and we want you to be excited, so continue.
This team will succeed because of Balogun, because of Alex Freeman, and the ability to finish, the ability to score goals. Pulisic, you mentioned him. He's the team's best player.
I think he's not.
We love him.
He ain't better than Balogun.
He's your chief creator, but he can't be your chief creator and your leading goal scorer, which is why you need a Flo Balogun, somebody we have not had.
Flo Balogun.
And so this is on Flo. It's on Antonio's kid. Again, young guys getting the opportunity. They're too dumb and inexperienced to know what stage they're on. They're just playing.
Yeah.
And finding those opportunities like Alex did on Friday against the Aussies.
First name basis.
Those are game-changing moments. Those are tournament-building moments.
Yep.
And so you're going to go to a game and you're going to root for Christian, and you know it, and that's the name. He's the number 10, and you love him. But learn more about Flo, learn more about Alex, learn more about these kids around him.
Support your country, love your country, and be a sports snob.
Yes, please.
Yeah, don't get at the table and ruin dinners by you don't know what you're talking about. This is slow. It's boring. They flop every minute. Super cute hydration breaks. And by the way, can the refs make an entire game?
I do. How about that?
I mean, my man was down for 5 minutes. Like you got players massaging his calf.
I hate the hydration
Sauce is
breaks,
like, oh, yeah.
The hydration breaks are stupid.
Why?
Because it can potentially mess with the flow. Think about it, an ill-timed hydration break where we're on Turkey, and this game is effectively an exhibition on Thursday. Team USA's already clinched the group. But you're putting it on Turkey. You need that game in like a freaking tidal wave. You're on
Turkey. That's part of my touchdown call. It ain't Turkey, but go ahead.
But you're on them like a tidal wave, and you get a whistle for a freaking hydration break, which is effectively 3 minutes for the coach to come in, reorganize things. He can make tactical changes if he wants to. I think it's ridiculous. But that's the old head in me. TV networks are obviously enjoying it. I think the rights to host the World Cup for Fox cost nearly $500 million. They estimate that over the course of the World Cup, the ads that they can sell as part of those hydration breaks.
Oh, there we go.
Half the fee. They're going to make $250 million on hydration breaks.
Good for them. I mean,
it's FIFA mandated, by the way. The U.S. has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
People are dragging our country. Yeah, you just need quarters, and you need no.
No, that's fine.
That's a FIFA thing because they want the revenue.
Yeah, as in FEE. FA. It's a FIFA thing.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Correct.
Why? Because the United States of America and maybe all of the world absolutely under the siege of a squeeze right now.
I always love that one.
Yours truly and the banker, Tim Siegley, claimed a horse at Canterbury yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to hit the PATM before the races to put more money in there because I just learned of something called a claim fee.
I always love that one.
Get this straight. I've claimed 20 horses in my life. Never heard of the claim fee.
I always love that
They get you
one.
coming and going.
Right. It ain't that much, but it is. Why? Because the world is under the siege of a squeeze.
Was it fun getting to say your own state? Like, you got to claim your own horse on the microphone yesterday.
Skull Brothers.
At Canterbury.
And you were there with Ava and Stella, and that was great seeing you guys, man.
Good to see you.
Hey, here's the deal, all right? Here's the deal. We got multiple deals. TimberTech, timbertech.com, what's on deck 9 to noon, includes all of this. And if you need a deck, please consider TimberTech. Mention Paul Allen from KFAN sent you that way, and we'll see if the contractor is there for the boom or the 9 to noon presentation. Maybe save some dollars. TimberTech and timbertech.com. I ain't done with my questions. So that's the bill of fare, and there are going to be talkbacks tied to it eventually. And boy, I got a doozy for the con coming up next segment. You probably know what said doozy is, and if you don't, I'm not offended. But when I was emailing you this weekend, I accidentally sent you notes that I'd been compiling for 4 days.
Yeah.
And one of the notes has the atopic question in there, which will take place next segment.
I think I saw it.
And it's going to be a question not only for the corner-kicking con, but for those listening right now.
It's going to test allegiances.
Well, I think it's a pertinent question.
It's going to be pulling heartstrings.
Well, I think it's an elite question.
I think it is.
It's an elite question, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And it ties to the talkbacks. That's all coming up. Doesn't that sound like fun? Happy summer. This is 9 to noon. Wow. That was a 31-minute segment. Who's bit? I'm bit. Are you bit? Free iHeartRadio app, up to 30 seconds. Talkback machine. You know how that works and why. Probably won't play many next segment, but then after that, it's going to be a free-for-all. Mark my words with that, ladies and gentlemen. A talkback free-for-all is coming now for weeks and months up to training camp. That's our lot in life at FM 100.3 KFAN. Norder produces, and I'm Paul Allen. 31-minute segment. Steve's Appliances, stevesappliances.com. Thank you so kindly for the marathon segments. Not only do we have summer savings, we have so much hot fun in the summertime with the 4th of July and savings on appliances that will come to you. You purchase or bundle up appliances at $599 or more. 2-year free warranty, which costs a fair amount of money, so therefore they got your back. StevesAppliances.com, StevesAppliances.com. If you need appliances, it's the only place to go, or so says 9 to noon. Brian, Jordan, Sarah, love you. Thank you very much. All right. Hoffman Cooling and Heating, TimberTech, and Steve's Appliances. All in the same segment. You want to make some money? You want your company to make some money? Stick around today or for the next 4 days, because we're going to share a marketing device for you, ladies and gentlemen, where the register is just going to keep on rolling. It's going to be like Roll Tide. It's going to be like that old coach, Mike Allen, going, Roll Tide, whatever his name was. Mike Price, Roll Tide.
Entertain me.
9:34, good morning. It's 9 to noon.
This is 9 to noon.
I love my country.
Are you in? He's in. He got me in. Now I'm all in. Looking for talkbacks on that. They're there. No 292 numbers with names not in phones texting me saying, "Stop it!" Stop what? 2-0 so far.
Did that person respond with their name?
Yet.
To clear it up? Okay.
Yet. 2-0 so far. Why do the first two L's keep scoring on themselves?
Well, first of all, it's the pressure, and you can watch if you've watched other games, and most people listening that have watched have probably only watched U.S. games, but it's no different than, I mean, how do I explain it? Just picture the flow of the offense when you're forcing a defender to turn and work back towards his own goal.
Corner office just texted and said, "Please elaborate for 15 minutes."
Shake what?
there's potential for danger. So that player for Australia was put in a terrible spot because it was a terrifically placed ball, and if he doesn't kick it in, it's going in. I think it was Pepe on the backside of that. So you're caught in no man's land. There are no good answers to it in hockey. If a goalie's caught out of the net and you're sitting there like McAvoy trying to block the thing with your chest, sometimes it goes the right way, sometimes it goes the wrong way.
Football fans, by the way, coming up about 30 minutes from now, you creatures of habit. Coming up within the next 25 minutes, we have a little segment we're going to unfurl, and it's called Taking a Swing at Sorsby.
The extra point, is it? It's no good again! Get the hell out of here! Doug Bryan missed it to the left again, and the Vikings only lead by 2. Come on!
May God rest the soul of that analyst.
Okay, calm down.
Are there yeah-buts to the first 2 wins, Paraguay and Australia? Like, what are some significant, 2-0, looking good in worldly fashion.
Sure.
Don't have Mbappe, but have Bougainvillea. And we force teams to score on themselves. But there are buts. What are the buts?
Well, the buts are intentional pessimism. The Spanish national team who bounced back and put 4, was it Saudi Arabia they played? I don't have it in front of me.
But I know.
But Spain drew.
They might have played the Philippines for all I know.
In their first match, Spain led a 0-0 draw to a country called Cabo Verde or Cape Verde. It's this little, I think it was a Portuguese settled island nation off the west side of Africa.
Yeah, it's where Papa Gana's family lives after relocating from Ghana.
And that, you leave that match, a bunch of teams have pessimism. They're wondering, Lamine Yamal is basically already being talked about as the next Mbappe quality player. He comes off the bench, only gets 20 minutes, then he bounces back, scores a goal over the weekend, so now everyone loves him again. The ebbs and flows of each match, the way that this game is set up, and why a lot of casual fans are either bored with it or maybe there are certain aspects that they don't have clarity on.
So you're sharing the reality.
These games. Everybody take out a pen and a pad.
Well, you're the corner-kicking Khan who's a columnist for the Here's the Reality of the World Cup Gazette.
The reality of the World Cup is that the way they create the groups is that it is more palatable for the host nations to potentially have success in the group stage or even move on. That's why when you're looking at, hey, it's pretty cool that Canada dropped 6 on a team. Yeah, they dropped 6 on Qatar. There's a reason that Bosnia is in their group. There's a reason that Mexico is just, and basically most teams just stomping on South Africa right now. And Czechia has really struggled. And then in our group, we're looking at Australia and Paraguay.
Okay.
The pessimism stems from the lack of high quality competition. We don't have a Germany in our group.
Okay.
However,
I'm not getting the buts, but go ahead.
That's my point. The team is supposed to win these games, and they have absolutely bleeping dominated these games.
Thank you.
So it is intentional pessimism. But
Age of Rage.
It's Age of Rage style pessimism.
That's all you had
that
to
is
say.
saying, well, it's just Australia. It's just Paraguay. On Thursday night, it's just Turkey. And so you play that game, but what you are seeing is systematic annihilation that Team USA has put on its first two opponents.
Yeah.
They were supposed to, and they did, and that's a really freaking good thing.
Yeah. Well,
to watch our favorite team move forward.
Age of Rage. Put that in your pens and smoke it.
I feel you.
Better and why? Antonio Freeman, the former Green Bay Packer, or his son, 21-year-old right back for the red, white, and blue, Alex Freeman?
Right now, it's Antonio, just equity, but
Alex is cutting into the margin.
Well, I guess it's Super Bowl winning wide receiver Antonio Freeman.
Australia doesn't care about the NFL or the Super Bowl.
No, they don't.
Australia cares about the World Cup.
Yeah.
And if you were to hold a poll in Brisbane right now, maybe all the way down to Adelaide.
Yeah.
More popular and why? Antonio Freeman or Alex Freeman? Alex crushes Dad. It's not even close.
He certainly does. The dad has a better career. Alex has a chance to really be something in this sport at his age for this national team, and as he ascends club-wise overseas, think he's playing at Villarreal now. I think he's playing overseas in Spain. That kid has some potential to be an absolute rock star for this team. So it's right now it's dad, but the son standing on the shoulders of those before him via DNA is finding his way in the beautiful global game.
How many do we have to win for the faux fans with celebrity and capital to purchase a game-worn Landon Donovan and get seats so close to the pitch it's assured said faux fans with celebrity and capital repeatedly will be seen sipping on their super special cranberry vodkas with a splash of lime? I want to read that again. How many do we have to win for the faux fans with celebrity and capital to purchase game-worn Clint Dempsey's and get seats so close to the pitch it's assured said faux fans with celebrity and capital repeatedly will be seen sipping on their super special cranberry vodkas with a splash of lime?
Well, I'd put that on, 64686, the listeners as well, because it's a similar conversation. How do you get the casuals invested? Now, you've seen at all these stadiums, because you have to pretend it's not Arrowhead, you have to pretend it's not SoFi, you have to pretend it's not Lumen, et cetera, right?
I mean, it's Seattle Stadium, whatever they called it for the World Cup.
Yeah, Seattle Stadium.
How sweet did that place look with those camera angles and everything?
It's unbelievable.
Damn!
But at each of those stadiums, like Marshawn Lynch is at the game,
right?
In Arrowhead, Patrick Mahomes is taking in a game. The high enders, the celebs that, and I think Mahomes' wife owns a soccer team or something like that. I'm not sure.
Wow.
But
Good for her.
To that end, the casuals, you out there listening to 9 to Noon, and you're sticking with us, even though maybe you're not the biggest soccer fan that's ever walked the earth. Is it they get out of the round of 32? Is it they win the round of 16 game? Do they have to make a quarterfinal? Does it have? It can't be Bosnia. Right. It's got to be beating Spain. But I think once if they win a knockout round game,
right.
So that'll be next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, July 1st.
Taylor Swift, 2 ladies, 3 rows from the pitch, game-worn Landon Donovans.
If they win that game, I think there's going to be much fanfare around that game itself. But I think you get yourself into the round of 16. You're hosting in your country.
That'd be sweet.
That celebrity list that we saw in Madison Square Garden, I think it's going to be just as long, if not longer, to be part of those in the accidental camera sighting angles of a World Cup game.
All right. Well, do we have a legit Spike Lee? Who is our legit Spike Lee?
I don't know.
USA World Cup. Most famous celebrity fan of the USA soccer team. And the hardcores know it's real. So. I mean, let's say we got Clint Eastwood, and you fell in love with Pele, got a working pager for Franz Beckenbauer, then all of a sudden loved the United States World Cup team, and he's not a faux fan. He's Clint Eastwood, and he loves his country. Do we have a Spike Lee?
No, we don't. I don't think we do. I don't. I mean. You'll see big timers again, like Tom Cruise was at a game, Will Ferrell.
There we go.
You'll see these celebrity sightings, but soccer has what are called supporters groups. So the American Outlaws would be the most prominent Team USA
groups and hydration breaks.
Yeah, supporters groups.
Corner office now can't feel both feet.
Yeah, we got flags and scarves. We have chants and various things.
I think it's great. I really am enjoying this. Hopefully everybody else is too.
I love the tourney. I definitely love the tourney. But no, there's going to be 50 Spike Lees, Johnny come latelys, I think, if this team makes a little run in the tourney. No doubt about that.
They're called faux fans, and they're faux fans because they have celebrity and capital. We saw plenty of them at Madison Square Garden. Ben Stiller should never touch the Larry O.B. in the history of the Larry O.B. before Spike Lee. Yeah. And that's what triggered the faux fan bit.
No, and first of all, I totally agree with you.
Thank you.
Now, I think there's a side piece argument. Aren't James Dolan the owner? It's James Dolan, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think he and Spike Lee, there's decades long quarreling and headbutting
until Spike Lee plunks down that $1.3 million for 3 courtside seats. Then all of a sudden James is like, Spike, I got all your albums and your movies.
Well, I saw a bit from Spike Lee. He kind of joked about it. He's like, I've never kept a secret from my wife except for how much I pay for the tickets.
Sorsby takes the snap, shakes the shoulders, fires deep to Jordan Addison. 10-20. 10-20. Don't miss the 10-20. Back after this.
This is PA on iHeart.
Hey, PA, you were getting ready to do some horse races yesterday as part of the Father's Day festivities.
I haven't even set up the World Cup talkbacks yet, but go ahead.
Well, you can do that now, or I was going to do a little hockey-related bit if you're cool with that.
Oh, that's right. Let me ask you.
Perfect.
Oh, that's right. All right, so let's see. Heinze and Russo Radio taking a swing at Sorsby. Man, that when I started writing that, it became more compelling than I thought it would. And you're going to want to listen to this 10-20. That's all I can say right now. News du Nord. Finish the bit. Talkbacks. Finish the bit. Postgame. Heinze.
Well, yeah, but so while you were getting ready on your way to Canterbury Park yesterday, what a blast it was, the Father's Day festivities. You and Derek calling the final race together in the winner's circle. We got Lazy Boy recliners being given away. It was a heck of a party.
It's unbelievable seeing you, Ava, and Stella. I think I said your daughter's names on the microphone yesterday, a grand total of 8 times.
I think you did.
Did they happen to hear any of them?
They did.
Oh, good.
And I had to explain to them when you said, Ava Nordquist, please report to the petting zoo urgently.
Stella's like, Dad, he didn't say my name, Ma.
That was part of it, so she was down until you evened it out.
Yeah.
And then Ava's like, well, we have to go, Dad.
Until you evened
Uncle Paul. She was sour.
I know.
Oh, and then she hit a nice bet.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, she went home with $100. So
wow!
Stella was in a good mood.
Raising them right, aren't you?
That's what we're trying to do. Yeah. Well, my future retirement plan ultimately is in the end to be that guy at the track, and my daughter will pick the winners for me, and I think that's a good path.
It was congested and a little crowded at Canterbury yesterday. Felt like we had, 14, 15, 16,000 for Father's Day, giving away Lazy Boy recliners. Food trucks were elite. Con was there. Father-son race call, race number 7. Kids run on the track the whole thing. But for the first time of you texting me during the races, which when you're there, happens, like bring the daughters up to the booth, steal the M&Ms.
Yep. Chocolate fingers on the window.
On the window, meet you in the paddock for some pictures with Kelsey, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
First time you had texted me saying, "Is a certain spot open for us to chill because we can't find a place to sit?" And I sat back from my phone. I'm like, yes. They love us. They still care. The man's trying to run us down every single day. The squeeze siege has been in play with a certain entity in Canterbury Park for years.
It has been.
But they love us, and there's nowhere to sit, says the con, and that's good news.
And then you responded,
personal foul, clipping.
Well, yeah, because I was getting clipped on yesterday.
It was incredible though to turn this into mild Canterbury fan line. The food trucks and where everything was so accessible.
Yep.
I am kind of impressed. Like parking can be tough when you're jamming in. You said 15,000 plus, and it felt every bit of that. And it was tough finding spots to sit. But just everything was accessible. Everything flowed the right way. It takes a lot to put on those sorts of things on a weekly basis. So
patience required.
Yeah, absolutely. Patience is required.
Do you have the First Bet app?
First Bet? No, I don't.
Yeah, I haven't. I told you, but you should have that because you're OG. You're a veteran, so you ain't got to do it now because. I'm
going to look at it.
Yeah, it's next time you come, download that bad boy, go to one of the information booths, put a little cash into it.
Okay.
And never wait in a line again. That's the end of the story. Never,
sweet.
Never wait in a line again. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I will say this. When I bring my kids, they have to do the line because they want to stand there. They want to see me give the person the physical ticket.
Oh.
And they want to see those physical greenbacks coming.
Oh. So, no. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So they can harass me the entire way to the car. Yeah. How much did I win, Dad? How much did I win?
Oh, you're raising them right. I'm so proud of those girls. I'm not kidding you. When they call me Uncle Paul, I might give them $100 each next time. This is unbelievable how well you're raising your daughters.
Oh, they know what an Exacta box is now, I can tell you that.
But see, you need that app because when you're in a long line to bet at Canterbury Park and you got your wife with you, and I don't know if she's like this, but say you want to spot up a little bit and You know, people have been known over the course of time to be like, how much you betting?
Oh, yeah.
Well, why? It's just that. How much are you betting?
You'd be shocked to know what the first question Molly asked me when I came home.
So that's 7 words. How much are you betting, but why? You need that app, because then slide the $100 win bet in through the app, get to the mutual clerk. I'd like $5 to win a number 2, please. See, honey, I'm responsible.
Yeah, it's just $5 bets.
$5 bets.
No big deal.
I won. I only won $13, but hey, it's okay. I'm responsible. I'm squared away. I don't have to call that 800 number that's at the bottom of the program. Then you look into your app. 680.
Let's go.
Heinze.
Yes, indeed. Head coach John Hines, while we were enjoying Father's Day yesterday, Russo Radio hosting, I think he took over sermons in the 9 to 11 spot. So it was cool hearing Russo Radio on.
Yeah.
But he had the head coach on around 10 o'clock, certainly podcastable. But some nuggets from that conversation that I really, really enjoyed. And I'm going to start here in particular with Kirill and Mr. Zuccarello. Hey, you know, Zuki, impending free agent, might not be around. How's Kirill going to feel about that?
Yeah, those are all things that you constantly think about. One is, for me as a coach, it's Zuki's been a great player for us. I have a lot of respect for him. We all know his relationship and his chemistry that he has with Kirill. So, from my standpoint, you're still thinking that something can be done there possibly, but it also takes both sides to be able to do it, and that's where the business side comes in for both parties. I think as far as Kirill, that eventually, I think we all know if Zuki's back, it's a positive thing. I think for he and Kirill, for our team, and for the organization. But if it doesn't work out where he's not back, then I think Kirill's a great player, and I think eventually here that we all know nothing's going to be forever. So I think it's Kirill, understanding that if there's a potential that Zuki doesn't come back, he's obviously going to have to play with someone else. And all those things come in. Is it Bolds? Is it another player? Is it someone that we can acquire? Those are all the things that, even at the end of it all, when free agency's done and we kind of have here's the group possibly that we're going to go with, at that point, we still won't truly know until we get on the ice in September.
Well, that was ominous. Zuki, gone.
PA? Well, it probably goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't like you.
And here are the reasons. Here are the reasons for the prediction.
Oh, hang on. Got to get my pen and a pad.
Heinze said, this is something I constantly think about. Rob. It's mid-June.
I always love that one.
If you're constantly thinking about Zuki, then that means Zuki is going to leave. Constantly thinking about Zuki when you should be in Turks and Caicos with head coach Capital. Secondly, Heinze said, Zuki has been a great player for us. Not is.
Yeah.
Has been.
Uh-oh.
And thirdly,
PA?
97 took so much money, he's going to lose his dog.
PA? Well, it probably goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't like you.
Had to get all that money. Didn't you lose your dog?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Continuing in that vein, by the way, Russo asked him about internal candidates because he laid it out. Zuki, what if Zuccarello doesn't re-sign?
Yep.
JoJo's already gone. He went back to Sweden.
Yeah.
What if Vladimir Tarasenko? It sounds like there is a chance he wants to hit the open market.
Yeah.
Had a pretty good season for the Christmas colors, and maybe he wants to find another spot.
No, they can have him.
Well,
Seriously.
What's the evaluation like internally in terms of replacement?
Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts on that from a coaching side, but also those are some things we talked about last week quite a bit. And I do think that Bobby Brink is he's a young player. He's a guy that we obviously acquired for a reason. I think there's lots of positives for Bobby. I think he's got good offensive instincts. He's got good speed. He's a tenacious competitor. So I think when you look at those things and I think he came in to us and played pretty well. Unfortunately, he got hurt a little bit, and then it was his first experience also in the playoffs. And I think, as we all know, whether it's a team experiencing it or a player experiencing the playoffs, the difference of that, I think he learned quite a bit. So he's certainly a guy that, we're looking at, to be able to come in and impact the game from an offensive perspective. And he does add speed, to our lineup, which I think is important as you look at how the league's going. It's speed and pace, particularly when you look at the playoffs. I think if you look at a guy like Hunter, Hunter Hate's done a good job. He's had a steady progression of development over the last couple of years. And,
go Hunter.
I think I said at the end of the season, we've seen steady progress from him every time he, got called up and got NHL experience. He was a better player, a little bit stronger, I think more confident in his game at this level. He's got good hockey sense. He's a competitive guy in the face-off circle. He plays with a little bit of an edge, and I think as we saw throughout his time here, he does have, some good offensive instincts. So, those two guys, Charlie Strammel's another guy who's going to be coming in, and he's a big right shot centerman who's really, his development's really gone in a real positive way over the last couple of years, particularly at Michigan State. So, I think those are three internal candidates that, we look at that kind of have those attributes of some of the guys that we potentially may lose in Vladdy or Zuki if things don't work out. But, I think the priority is to really make sure that we feel like we have some good internal candidates. There are outside candidates possibly as well, but I think for us, it's also making sure that, we have some real strong communication with Vladdy and Zuki as well as we move along here over the next 2 weeks.
Oh, Heinze. Some smoke signals there. Heinze with some smoke signals and some smoke screens. Charlie Strammel.
I always love that one.
Yeah, because he's really going to help Kaprizov when he's skating for the Red Wings.
I always love that one.
Okay. Zuki dead. New candidates. Pass it to 97. Don't turn it over. Forecheck well. Get out of the way. Thirdly, has anybody talked to 97 about all this? And are we sure with the options available, 97 would not prefer the skeletal remains of Ilya Kovalchuk?
PA? Well, it probably goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't like you.
Over what's out there? I don't know. Let's go back to California, stick to horse racing. You're a basketball guy. Why even talk about this?
Well, I think it's kind of instructive, and I encourage people to listen to kind of the tone when you podcast this interview.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Not just the John Hines answers, but some of the Russo questions. Yeah. So reporting on the Brady Tkachuk trade, you hear that there was a huge offer. And we're never going to probably know precisely what that was unless later on the Wild make a transaction or some other reporting and news is broken.
But we can deduce in that Florida gave 3 first-round picks to get Brady Tkachuk. So if our offer was huge, I got to believe it was in line or bigger than that Florida was offering. Brady wanted to play with his brother. Why wouldn't he? And Matthew's still incredibly good.
Yeah.
Unbelievable second line they're going to unfurl there with Bennett as the centerman, I believe. But, I ain't saying it's like 3 first-round picks, but it feels like 2 first-round picks and a couple of decent players and stuff. Billy took a swing, and Brady's like, no.
But I think you can say this about both the Wolves and the Wild in terms of whatever big swings or big game hunting takes place, because it kind of comes down to like Giannis and Milwaukee. Does Milwaukee want picks to rebuild, or do they want Jaylen Brown from the Celtics so that they are instantly part of the Eastern Conference conversation? Did Ottawa not just the chance to play with his brother, but did Ottawa also prefer the pick currency for their needs, or would they have potentially preferred, if not for Brady kind of getting to steer his own ship here, would they have preferred NHL quality players? And you can hear part of the conversation he's breaking down. You heard him talk about Hunter Haight and then mention Strammel. Well, those are guys that are going to be potentially making the team this fall. So that's NHL quality equity.
Yeah.
And so it's just trying to work and navigate these trades. If you want Dylan Larkin, do the Red Wings want picks? Which I don't think we have a pick. It's like pick 89 is our first pick in this upcoming draft.
Right.
Or do they want players? And just kind of navigating through that. I just wish I could be a fly on the wall in some of those preparatory and here's the package. We wrap it up. We put a bow on it and send it on over to Ottawa or wherever, Detroit, and what those things look like.
Commentary from the cross-checking Khan, who's the editor-in-chief of the Here's the Reality of Hockey Gazette. Do we have any more?
Yeah, we do, actually. Not liking this one in relation to Gus Bus and his health.
I'm not liking any of this.
Yeah, you always have the timeline, when the guys have surgery of when they're going to come back. So, I think that, for sure in September and October, I'd say early November, I think it's safe to say at this point that, he won't be ready until then. And then you always want to make sure with when guys coming back that when they do get into that, particularly with a goalie, that they're ready to play at a high level. So the third goalie is a huge thing for us. Again, I think we've done a good job with Freddie and the management group, and obviously Sylvain coming in, adding him to the staff. That there's been a heavy emphasis on that. I feel good in listening to some of the names, what we're looking for. That we know we need to have a real quality guy that can help us win games to start the year.
Yeah, so over the course of this summer, I joked about it a bit last week when I was filling in for you. Did Jesper Wallstedt screw this whole thing up, big game hunting, because he became somebody that you don't want to get rid of? But secondly, this Gus Bus thing, even if you were interested for the right player, the right opportunity, we're going to wish Jesper Wallstedt. We're going to thank him for his services first, and then we're going to send him on to another team. You can't when Gus Bus is on the shelf until November.
I'm not, whether Bus is ready to go in September, I'm not a fan of letting Wally walk.
I'm not a fan of it either.
I mean, Wally got good, and he's young.
He's potentially our number one, and sounds like he's going to have to be, at least to start the season. And then what is that? It's a Holloway, or that we got this cat in Iowa that might have a future, might be pretty good.
Yeah, he wears number 20. His name is Bougainvillea.
Bougainvillea. Mm-hmm. So ominous news, really across the board, from Mr. Hines yesterday with Russo.
Well, I wouldn't say ominous news. Ominous. I mean, it's what you said about the age of rage in the World Cup, where this happened and it was cool. Yeah, that happened and it was cool. Yeah, Zuki's cool. Yeah, Kaprizov makes a lot of money. Yeah, Wally's cool. So like he laid out the landscape.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now it's up to the individual. How they were raised, what their lot in life is, how happy they are with their personal and professional existence to determine whether they want to be positive or negative, whether they want to be blue skies for today or ominous. You chose to say that was all ominous.
You know what? Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thank you for changing my face.
Thank you.
Because the fact remains, this team got out of the first round. This team was game against the Avs, get healthy, ready to rock. We have Kirill. We got Boldy.
Yep.
We got Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
We're in Feinfettel right now.
Fabesy.
But to that end as well,
ain't no stopping us now.
I have to fight to change my face a little bit, and part of it is
your face is fine.
Whether it was at the deadline, it's like, okay, we're going to bolster the bottom six, but Billy G's going to chill. We got to trust Billy G because there might be something cooler around the corner this summer. And now I guess versus a Vincent Trocheck, and we're going to pretend like we've watched all of these guys' games for all their entire careers. But to that end, a lot of people might say Dylan Larkin's a cooler option than maybe a Trocheck was at the deadline. So he's right there. But does he have the ammunition to go and get it?
Yep.
And so it just feels like there's been a little cooling of that momentum, at least, on those that are in the opinion-making business. So I have to fight to change my face. I'm positive on this.
You don't have to fight it. It's there.
Because
I've seen the face change right in front of me before my very ears. And I feel that in aiding you on the face-changing therapeutic Davenport of love.
Thank you.
That I did so with kindness.
I apologize for staying in the couch.
Did I do so with kindness?
You did so.
Was I gentle?
Yes, you were.
Was I straightforward and honest?
Soft to the touch, but straightforward.
Okay. Unlike when you required me to change my face because I said something you didn't like and happened to disagree with and didn't want to have a conversation, you took your freaking World Cup Vuvuzela and blew up my ear for 15 minutes.
Respect the game.
Like, where'd your whistle go?
Respect the game.
What happened to the whistle? Just when I got used to the whistle, you went to the Vuvuzela, and now I got you punching me, and this lady over here spitting on me.
Oh,
crazy.
I went back in time and watched a couple of games from the 2010 World Cup, and I had just really mentally forgotten how awful those things were. And to go back in time and hear that freaking swarm of just obnoxious air pollution in the form of noise, just an audible screwdriver to the eardrum. No more vuvuzelas, please.
When I crafted this, we call this number taking a Sorsby swing.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was going to be bullet points and short. Look at this. I mean,
look at that little novella you wrote.
Right, but it's important. Why is it important? Because the supplemental draft is a real thing.
It is.
I made a comment on the radio last week that did not send me to New Orleans with my head down lamenting for a week, but it was a comment that might have been a little inaccurate, and it was a little flippant about the quarterback.
Okay.
Brendan Sorsby. So this ended up being 3.5 pages. I don't know if I can get through all this today. This is very important.
Really?
It involves a distraction factor for all of us, which would be the world of sports.
Yeah.
And a 6'3" quarterback who, honestly, I couldn't pick out of a two-person lineup standing next to Dan Marino. But when I start reading up on him,
is he going to be something?
Taking a Sorsby swing. How excited are you right now? We'll be right back.
You're listening live to Paul Allen at 9 to noon on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN.